All right, the obligatory, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Val, thank you very much. Again, my name is Craig McGee. I work for the Camden County Soil Conservation District. I've been there since 1988, so I've got a little bit of experience. Very quickly, for those of you that aren't aware, soil conservation districts in New Jersey are charged with implementing the state's soil erosion sediment control law. We look at nearly every development project that's going to disturb over 5,000 square feet. We review the plan to make sure that during construction, there is no erosion or offsite sedimentation. We also review those plans to make sure that as a result of that development, we're not causing an impact to the receiving stream corridor. So if you can imagine taking a farm or a forest, turning it into a subdivision, we make sure that the soils stay on the site and out of the stream, and that the stream itself doesn't turn from a stream into a gully. And that is the biggest function of conservation districts in New Jersey. We also work with our federal partner, the NRCS, Natural Resource Conservation Service, to provide services and make programs available to the ag community and others in those related possessions. And our district and many others have gotten involved in a variety of grant-funded work. And the programs that Val mentioned, some of those are Camden Soil District grants, others are the South Jersey RC&D. South Jersey Resource Conservation and Development Council. RC&D councils exist across the country. They used to be federally funded, they aren't anymore. And they're specifically made up of representatives from county governments and soil conservation districts, along with partners and other agency folks that wish to participate. The goal has always been to look into projects that perhaps a county government or soil conservation district couldn't do because they weren't a nonprofit. It gives us the opportunity to do things. In the past, South Jersey RC&D developed a weather monitoring network that provided weather data to farmers, to other land owners, to irrigation companies. That weather network has now been absorbed into the New Jersey Weather Network that's controlled by the state climatologist. We worked on a project years ago with the Natural Resource Conservation Service to inventory and inspect levees along the Delaware River. Those were all projects that were government funded and resulted in work that I'm going to keep saying those back and forth, that RC&D was able to do because of their status as a nonprofit organization. RC&D also, South Jersey RC&D also sponsors an annual bike ride. The Tour de Farms bike ride happens every fall. It is through the farm belt of Burlington County. There's 3 lengths of routes. There's a short 15, 16 mile one up to a long route, 50 miles. I think we've got about maybe a dozen farm stands along that route where you can stop, purchase their wares, their products. They get delivered to the stop point where you're able to pick that stuff up at the end of the ride. A lot of people consider it a really great ride. For a tune-up for folks that ride the Shore to the Shore or the MS 150. So if you're a bike rider, look into that. It's on our webpage, South Jersey, sjrcd.org. The other thing that the South Jersey RC&D program has done over the last few years, maybe 15, is what they call their Team Habitat program. I am currently the project coordinator for the Team Habitat program, project director. And Team Habitat has done a lot of work in the past with large landowners. The goal has always been to coordinate the creation, the enhancement, and the maintenance of natural habitats. To that end, we've done things like seeding, herbicide treatments, riparian food plots, those types of projects. More recently, the RC&D Council has started looking into a basin seeding program. And specifically, what we're able to do is go into a stormwater basin, evaluate as to whether that basin might qualify for naturalization, and then convert that basin from a monoculture of turf grass, basically, to a native meadow. One of the reasons you like, stormwater basins are all over the place. They represent a significant amount of open space. Most of them are maintained by frequent mowing. They provide limited habitat. They don't provide much of a water quality benefit. By enhancing these stormwater basins with native vegetation, whether it be native grasses or wildflowers or a variety of each, perhaps even some reforestation, you've improved the water quality benefit because the stormwater has to flow through this dense, thick vegetation. You've improved the infiltration capabilities in the groundwater recharge because the native plants will root deeply, opening that soil, reducing soil compaction, promoting groundwater recharge. We've created a native habitat, lots of habitat for ground nesting birds, other small critters that live in there. And we've reduced those maintenance costs to the municipality. A naturalized stormwater basin may only need to be mown once a year, once every other year. Typically, we deal with basins and we look only at the basin floor or the bottom of the basin, allowing the sides to be continued to be mown, and that sort of gives the appearance that we haven't abandoned that stormwater basin. And it seems to have worked out pretty well. South Jersey RC&D Council right now is working with Lakewood Township in Ocean County, the Ocean Soil Conservation District, the Lakewood Public Works Department, with funding to retrofit up to 12 to 15 stormwater basins in Lakewood. We just planted our first basin last week, about 1.25 acres, planted to native grass. South Jersey RC&D has the ability to plant or seed areas using a no-till seeder, no-till native grass seeder. We have access to a Truax seeder. This is a big piece of farm equipment that will seed through the existing sod, put the seed right at the proper depth, and you don't need to kill off the existing vegetation. That seed drill requires a 70 horsepower tractor, and it's not very suited for small sites. So South Jersey RC&D just purchased a smaller seed drill. We can use that drill on a smaller site, probably as small as 1/4 acre. Our services are available. We can rent some of our equipment to users. We also will provide an operator and do that type of work for you. And we believe that gives municipalities, landowners, basin owners an opportunity to create new habitat. You can certainly learn more about the South Jersey RC&D program at our webpage, sjrcd.org. I think I saw it got posted out there in the comments. You can contact your soil conservation district, who can give you information about this, or you can reach out to me at the Camden district. So I think I don't know if that's my 10 minutes, but that's as much as I can tell you, as fast as I can tell you that.
Great stuff, Craig. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So like you said, you have any comments, or if you want to reach out to Craig, the website was posted in the chat.